All right, welcome to this module. This is how to structure your launch posts. Now, this concept is going to be really, really crucial for everything really you do, whether it be launching your Facebook group, launching a program, launching a beta program. And a beta program, just so you guys know, if you haven't already heard in the other modules, but a beta program is basically like a test program where someone can get in at a lower price point so that way they could be comfortable learning from you, and you feel good, testing the offer and the messaging and making everything work together, so that they feel good, you feel good about the transaction. Okay, so that's like basically what a beta launch post is about. And so your launch post should typically be about the same. I'm going to make this one for a beta launch post, but it's going to be essentially the same thing for a launch post. And I'm giving you some examples here. I'm going to give you some examples for launch posts that you can use. And now what you use launch posts for is to create massive engagement, to basically like announce that your program is here, what's inside your program, what are the details, what can they expect from it. Like it's pretty much a sales page. And the goal for it is really just to garner attention, get attention, and then get them to get on a phone with you so that you can call and close them. And this method works so well. I've used it so many different times, so many different ways. I have some examples. I'll show you like a lower price products and then higher price programs, like where you do applications and phone calls. And I've also done where you just pay from the link, right? What we suggest in this program is not to sell anything less than $3,000. And the reason is because obviously there's much more margins at a higher price point, which makes it easier, right? It's the same amount of effort to close someone for $200 than it is to close someone for $3,000 to $5,000 to $10,000. Same amount of effort, different mindsets, but same amount of effort. So I'd rather use that effort to sell something really big. Okay, and so structuring your launch post. Now, here are the components of making sure that your launch post has the best chance of success. Now, is your launch post always going to hit? Probably not. Probably not. It's not always going to hit, but you're giving it the best shot of success by using these methodologies. Number one, you always want to start with a catchy headline. Something, it's said that majority of marketing, 80% of marketing is spent on headlines and the top 20% of a sales page. Okay, so 80% of marketing is spent on the headline. Okay, so just imagine that your headline, your first two lines on a copy, is probably the most critical points of copy that you can do. Everything else is just explaining the big idea, right? That's really what sales is just having one big idea and having the arguments to back up that one big idea. Okay, so a catchy headline right here. Usually it's not very hard, guys, to come up with a catchy headline. Just say life-changing opportunity. Like literally just use that. If you have a sexy program, like a nice sexy program, like I know David from our program has one that says like Tax Business Growth Academy. It's like he could put that like Tax Business Growth Academy is now enrolling new clients, right? Or something to that extent. It's reopened or something like that. Then what you're going to do is outline what the program is about. Like basically in one sentence, what is the thing going to do, right? Learn from me personally how to get what they want without the problems that they face to get what they want, right? In time frame, right? So learn from me personally how to lose 20 pounds without dieting super hard or exercise in less than 90 days, right? And so now your whole argument becomes how do I make sure that they believe this thing, right? How do I make sure they believe this one sentence hook? And so that's what it is, right? So it's outlining the program or the promise that you're just making right now. Then basically you provoke them with, if you've already had some target audience research, like if you already researched your target audience, you know a little bit about your audience, then you can use that vocabulary here so that it hits them where they are already thinking, right? Like a lot of people say like be in the mind of the prospect. And so the way that you do that is by asking them questions, right? Like if you get on enough calls with people, they're going to tell you what their issues are. And then those issues will be commonalities between a lot of the same people. If you talk to the same type of person, they're going to have the same type of problems. And so you're going to ask pain points. And I already put these pain points. I would say, don't change to my pain points. Just change these little things right here, because these are kind of universal, right? Can't figure out how to lose weight, can't figure out how to make money, can't figure out how to increase testosterone, and tried everything. Like they have to say yes to this. This is a universal yes. Can't figure out how to get your wife on board and tried everything. Yes, right? Can't figure out how to buy real estate and tried everything. Like this is a universal yes to, right? So don't change anything here. Just change this part right here. I'm giving you guys this template so you can just literally put your result in there and it will work. I'm tired of failing at what the result they were trying to get. Trying to fail in that whatever they were trying to accomplish. In this sense, it's like tired of failing at losing weight, or tired of failing at all these diets, or tired of failing at meal plan after meal plan after meal plan and feel like giving up? Question mark? Yeah. Or tired of failing at hiring new people and having to get rid of them at the end of tax season, or tired of failing at Facebook ads and not getting any leads and feel like giving up, right? Wish you knew a way to finally break through, right? You can use this messaging and they should be nodding their head. At this point in the sales process, they've already like piqued your curiosity. We got some attention from them, meaning we got them emotionally involved. So the first two lines are to get them emotionally involved. So we got them emotionally involved in your launch post. Now they're asking themselves questions, right? This is the questions they have in their mind. Wish you knew a way to break through. At this point, if they said yes to this, yes to this, yes to this, yes to this, they are already making what they call micro commitments. Okay. And micro commitments is basically they're saying small yeses for when you ask for the big yes. Okay. And so we're trying to get them to nod their head, like proverbially, to like nod their head while they're reading this. So if you're listening to this right now and you're like, I like it. I like it. I like it. You can probably imagine your head's bopping up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And that's what you want them to do. You want them to be moving their heads up and down, up and down, up and down. And the reason it is because obviously, again, you want them to be on the same page as you. And if they're nodding their heads up and down, it's very hard for them to say no to whatever you have to sell. It's just physically almost impossible to say no while you're moving your head up and down. So you can even do that right now. Try going up and down and say no, right? Eventually your head's going to want to move side to side, or say no, or move your head left to right and say yes, right? It's hard to do that. It's like a conundrum. So we are using the methodologies to help them get over themselves so they can start becoming part of your program. All right. And so when we get them to say yes, 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 now we need to explain, why are we doing this? Well, what's going on? Like, yes, I am problem. Those are my problems. Got it. Okay. So for the first time ever, I'm opening a brand new program, or I'm reopening my program, or I'm doing something new, or I'm doing like, now your pitch, right? Now you're hooking them a little bit harder. For the first time ever, I'm opening a brand new program for tax professionals to help with tax business growth, even while everybody's going online, right? In the next 90 days. And I'm looking for a few beta testers to get access to me and my program at a discount in return for an amazing testimonial. Now, you can literally, if you already have a program, you can say, I'm looking for a few dream clients right here. I'll even put another one, but the same thing. And it's the same exact copy, guys. Exact same copy. I'm looking for a few more dream clients to help them achieve goal. Right? And that's it. We're going to help them achieve a goal. And that's it, right? I'm helping tax professionals. I'm helping real estate investors. I'm helping coaches and consultants. I'm helping dentists with new leads in 90 days or less, or new business. And I'm looking for a few dream clients to help them get new business, right? And then that's basically your hook. Now you explain to them what they're going to get, right? Their stack. We call it the stack, right? So what do they get? If you've already gone through most of this program, you'll know that we usually offer a 90-day program, 90-day coaching program. You know, and a 90-day coaching, we give them a course. We give them templates, right? Roadmaps. Usually this is what's really valuable to people. Like coaching helps with the accountability, course helps with the thing, like teaching people how to do that. Roadmaps and templates and scripts, you know, plans, blueprints, right? Like these things help with the doing of the thing. So if you can offer these things, I think you should keep at least these 3 components into everything that they get. Then you be solid, because you know, in every component, every program, every year, even if you're an agency, what they want is accountability. They want to learn how you're doing what you're doing, and they want speed. Okay, and so that's what this does, right? Accountability. This teaches the how, and then this helps the how go faster, right? And so that's really what you need to have in here. And you could take off this next thing. And then any other bonuses you want to add in there, like one-on-one help with me, one-on-one help with me for the first 90 days, right? Usually more help helps right now when you're first starting off. More help helps. You can't scale yourself, so this is a bonus, right? Like, so this bonus right here is only for, you know, obviously it could be, you could use it as a scarcity tactic, saying like, I can only do it for 10 people, right? For the next 10 people I'll take on and I'll help them, handhold them. But other than that, like, that's really all it becomes, right? The bonus is just, how can I get them there faster with what I already have here, right? And so what you need to do is you need to write out, what does someone get after they work with you? Like when they work with you, what are the things that they received, right? And so instead of making a coaching program just an idea, you need to productize your offer. Make it look like a product. If I was to ship this out to you, what would it look like? What would be inside this shipment? That's what you got to think about when you're like, when you're creating this here's what you get thing. Imagine it as if you're gonna ship it to their house, and this is what they're gonna get, right? That's the idea here behind what they get. You want to have a product or create a product around your coaching program so that it's more leverageable. Okay, and so they get this, right? You get this, and don't skip on this. Make sure you do this part. This is really important because this is going to save you in the long run. When someone asks, well, what do I get? You can literally just, when you do it once and you figure out what do they get, you can literally copy this and just paste it into every comment when someone says, so what do I get again? And then you literally just say, here's what you get, and copy and paste, and then copy and paste. So like, this is something that's going to serve you for like as long as you run your program the same way. And then from here, once you've identified what you've talked through the details of what they're going to get, then you kind of like solidify and say, what could you accomplish with someone hand holding you for the next X amount of days, right? And literally point you in the right direction every single step. That's what they've been asking themselves. Whether it's a coaching program, whether it's an agency, everybody wants that personalized touch to get to the result that they're looking for. So it doesn't matter what industry you're in. This is a general messaging framework right here that you can use, that can be utilized in every industry, because everybody wants to be handheld. They all want to be handheld in relationships. They all want to be held in in money. They all want to be handheld in fitness, right? And so those are the big 3 categories of where you make money. And if you could do those things, right, it's very generalized right here. So however, this program isn't for everyone. That's what you always want to make sure that you like state who's it for and who's it not for. This is for doers, action takers, and kind of people execute and get, I'm going to put stuff done. You can put the other thing. I don't cuss. So, right, stuff done. And I imagine all of you guys here can kind of relate to that. I want doers, I want action takers, I want people that get stuff done, right? Like I want those people, so you don't have to change it, right? This is not for information collectors, right? Basically, we're telling people like, hey, if you're just like a looky-loo, get away. It's expensive. There's a time commitment. It costs a lot of money. I'd say I'm gonna actually put there's a financial commitment. There is a financial commitment. This is not free. Right. And so basically you're telling them like it's not free. However, there's only 5 spots or 10 spots. You know, there are only 10 more spots available for this. And we're shutting it down till we get people results, you know. And really you can shut down this one particular offer for now so you can get results for them, right? And if you collect enough cash from it, like it's going to set you up for at least your next one and while you're doing your evergreen stuff. You could put, if you don't want to put shutting it down so we get results, I'll actually take that off because I know I'm going to get questions about that. There are only 10 spots available. You ready? If you're interested, you must like this post, give them things to do, right? 1, like this post. 2, comment ready. Let's go. All right, let's go. I'm going to put let's go because I think everybody can kind of relate to that. And so really that's all it is in a launch post. This is how it could roll out right here. And then what you do is you run the 2-step process that we, you know, the messenger process that we've talked about in other modules to get them into so people will start to comment on your post. I'm going to give you an example of mine. It's not like this one. It's a little bit more copy heavy. So it's going to look a little bit differently, but yours, because this is your starting point, I had to give you a framework to follow, but mine had a little bit more copy heavy on it. And so I'll share with you how that looked, right? But really, like you see it, like there's just so much going on here, right? I put a guarantee, I put like, you know, like a roadmap, all that stuff. I put a bunch of stuff here, right? Imagery matters, right? And then what happens is people start commenting. Boom, they start commenting. They start, you know, insane right here, you know, insane, intrigued, right? Insane. Like people start commenting like crazy. And then you just do the, you know, hey, mind if I PM you, right? And then they do no problem, sending DM, brother, right? And then you run the route of, you know, obviously getting in the messenger, getting them to a booked appointment. But that's the simple process. The hard part is doing this post right here. Once you get this up, everything else is pretty systematic. It's pretty strategic. It's pretty systematic. It just runs by itself. All right. And so that's how you do your launch post. That's how you do a beta launch post. This is how you collect cash you do a cash injection. Sorry, my voice is just falling apart right now, but this is how you inject cash into your business by using a post just like this one. And if you guys have watched the marketing, the launch framework, this is the launch post that you use in, I believe it's step 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's step 5 or 4, where you do your launch post after you do your countdown. Countdown to launch, and then you do this, right? And what I'd also suggest is use emojis. Like where this says can't figure out how to get results, do like a little check mark. And the emojis are really just to keep people engaged, you know, just to keep people engaged. Right now it looks kind of messy, but if I was to put it on a post right now, which I can't, because what I'd suggest with launches, don't do them every week, every month. A launch is just for cash injection. And I would do it, you know, every quarter or every other month, right? Like don't do too many launches too soon, because then, you know, obviously your your people are just going to be like, man, this guy's always launching like something. I can't like keep up with him. Right. So just when, or you can launch, but just not a big one. Like this is the big one. This is one where you're going to collect cash, like with for a lot of cash, right? And use this one to kind of give you some leverage in, you know, getting money in the bank right from the get-go. All right. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Write out your launch post, and I'm happy to review it with you and then give you some pointers on where to go so that you have the best shot at success. Okay. Please make yourself smiling or ideal outcome customer is looking for. Right. So what I mean by that is like use an image of yourself or an ideal outcome the customer is looking for. So in this case, I'm using a PayPal money in received, like a money in received image, meaning they want $59,000 in their PayPal, right? So I'm like basically giving them the ideas that they already have in their mind. They're like, I want that, you know? So that's what you want to do here in terms of your launch post. Make sure you have some type of imagery that specifies that, okay? So yeah, let me know how this works for you guys. I really love to give you some feedback on your launch post so you have the best chance of success before you hit it off the gate. I've done quite a bit of them, so I would tell you, you know, I'm pretty good at understanding how the messaging should go together and what changes you need to make so it can blow up pretty quickly. All right. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next training.